इजीली समझ में आ गया होगा। आज हम उसी चैप्टर को आगे कंटिन्यू करेंगे। आपने अभी तक अगर चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिए। नाउ लेट अस कंटिन्यू द चैप्टर 2 सॉल्यूशन ऑफ क्लास 12 एंड टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी अबाउट solubility and the factors affecting the solubility. As you all know that all the solutes, whether they are solid, liquid or gaseous in state, dissolve in liquid solvents in more or less amount. So the solubility, it is the maximum amount of solute dissolved in 100 gram of solvent at certain temperature. So solubility is the maximum amount of solute which is being dissolved in 100 gram of solvent at certain temperature. If temperature is changed, the solubility also changes. So, along with the solubility, we must study about the factors which affect the solubility of solute in solvent. So, the factors affecting the solubility are: number 1, nature of solute and solvent. Then the second is temperature and the third is pressure. These are the factors which affect the solubility of a solution. The nature of solute and solvent. If we take the same solute with the different solvents, we get different solubilities. And if we take the same solvent and use different solutes, we again get the different solubilities. With the change in temperature, solubility also changes. It may increase or decrease depending on the nature of solute again. And same for the pressure. If we increase or decrease the pressure, we get different amount of the solubilities. So let us study in detail the factors affecting the solubility of a solution. So let us study the factors affecting solubility. We study all the factors according to two types of solutes. First, when solid solute is being dissolved in liquid, and secondly, when gaseous solutes are dissolved in liquid. Why we study in different two ways? Because the nature of solid and gases differ and they also get affected differently by the temperature and pressure. So we study all the factors on these two bases when the solid is dissolved in liquid or gases are dissolved in liquid. So first of all, the first factor is nature of solute and solvent. As we know that there are two types of solutes, the ionic or non-ionic. We have different molecules in these two types, that is they may be polar or non-polar, or we can say that they may be ionic or non-ionic. And we have also heard that like dissolves like. What does it mean? It means if the solute is ionic in nature, it is easily being dissolved in ionic solvent. And if the solute is non-ionic, then it is being dissolved in non-ionic solvents or the non-polar solvent. So we can say like dissolves like. For example, if we take NaCl and dissolve in water, it is being easily dissolved because NaCl is polar in nature. It has two types of ions, that is Na plus and Cl minus. And similarly water has H plus and OH minus. It is also the polar molecule is being easily dissolved in polar solvent. But in place of this, if we take I2 or SA and try to dissolve in water, it is difficult to dissolve. They easily being dissolved in non-polar solvents like benzene, chloroform, etc. So we can say that the nature of solute or solvent, that is the polarity, decides the solubility, whether they are easily being dissolved or it is difficult to dissolve. Along with this, we can also say that their hydration energy and lattice energy decides the solubility. If the hydration energy is more than lattice energy, the solute easily dissolves in water. But if the hydration energy is less than the lattice energy, that solutes are difficult to be dissolved in the water. Let us study about the gaseous solutes. What happens when gaseous solutes are dissolved in liquid solvents? If the gases are easily dissolved or ionized in the solvent, or we can say if the gases are ionic in nature, they are reactive with the solvent, they get ionized in the solvent, then they are easily soluble in solvent. But if they are not reacting with the solvent, they are not having any chemical reaction with the solvent, or they do not get ionized in the solvent, they are less soluble in that solvent. We can take one example for this also. Suppose we are having the gases like NH3, HCl, SO2, etc. These when being dissolved in water, they form NH4OH, HCl liquid or H2SO4. So due to their reaction with water and forming new molecules, they easily get dissolved in water. But the gases like O2, H2, SA, etc. are comparatively less soluble in water, but they are highly soluble in ethyl alcohol, which is a non-polar solvent. The solubility of gases also depends on their absorption coefficient. As more the absorption coefficient is, as more the solubility. So the gases having more absorption coefficient are highly soluble in the solvents. Next factor is temperature. We study the effect of temperature on solubility of solid or gases in liquid solvents on two bases. Firstly, for the endothermic process, and the second for exothermic. What the endothermic and exothermic processes are? As you have studied in your previous classes, that endothermic processes are the process in which the energy is used by the reaction. The reaction utilizes the environmental or surrounding energy for their process. That is the endothermic process. And the exothermic processes are those processes during which the energy is released out or evolved out during the process. So they both get affected differently by the temperature. For the endothermic process, when a solid is dissolved in liquid solvent and the process is endothermic, that is using the energy. In that case, if we increase the temperature, the solubility also increases. So we can say the temperature is directly proportional to the solubility. For the endothermic process, the endothermic process, when we increase the temperature, solubility also increases, and when we decrease the temperature, solubility also decreases. Whereas for the exothermic process. It is quite different. So when we increase the temperature, the solubility gets decreased. We can say it is inversely proportional. With increasing temperature, solubility decreases. How can we explain this? Suppose you are doing some work or you are arranging your bag by placing the books and notebooks in the bag, and at that same time your younger sister or brother is taking out the books from your bag. It will take more time to arrange the bag. But at the same time, if you are arranging your bag and your younger brother or sister is also helping you to arrange the books, you can finish your work in the lesser time. Similarly, when the process is exothermic, where heat is releasing out, or we have to release the extra energy outside, and someone is increasing the temperature or providing the heat, then the reaction has to release more and more energy, and the process completes with difficulty, or it will take long time to be completed. But in endothermic process, where the temperature is being used, the process is using or involving the energy, and we are providing the temperature or giving the heat, increasing the kinetic energy, and the reaction completes easily, or it will take short time to be completed. So we can say for the exothermic processes, increasing temperature decreases the solubility, and for the endothermic processes, increase in temperature increases the solubility of solute in solution. And the last factor is pressure, which affects the solubility of a solution. How pressure affects the solubility of solution? We study again on the two bases, that is if the solute is liquid or solid, or if the solute is gaseous. If the solute is having compressibility, then it affects differently by the pressure. For example, as we know that solid and liquid are comparatively less compressible in nature than the gaseous particles. So, due to their least compressibility, pressure does not affect the solubility of these solutes. Or we can say that the solid solutes in the liquid solvent do not get affected by change in pressure due to least compressible nature. But as we know that gases are more compressible than the solids, so if we increase the pressure, the solubility of gaseous particles also increases. Therefore, we can say pressure is directly proportional to the solubility, or we can say solubility is directly proportional to the pressure. As we increase the pressure of the solution containing gases as a solute, the solubility of gases also increases, and with decrease in pressure, the solubility also decreases. As you have already observed in your cold drink bottles and soda bottles, till the cap is tightly packed on the bottle, the present CO2 gas in soda remains soluble. But once we release the cap of the bottle, the CO2 releases out, evolves out, and the solubility of CO2 decreases. Hence, we can say that the pressure is directly proportional to the solubility of the gaseous solutes. Hope you are able to understand all the factors which affect the solubility of the solution. On the basis of nature of solute and solvent, the change in temperature as well as in change in pressure. तो आज आपने देखा कि कैसे सॉल्युबिलिटी क्या होती है और कौन कौन से ऐसे फैक्टर्स हैं जो सॉल्यूशन की सॉल्युबिलिटी को इफेक्ट करते हैं, कैसे सॉल्यूट के चेंज होने पर या सॉल्वेंट की नेचर चेंज हो जाने पर या टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज डिक्रीज या प्रेशर को इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज करने पर सॉल्युबिलिटीज चेंज हो जाती है। अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगा है तो प्लीज़ इसे सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और साथ ही साथ इसे शेयर भी कीजिए ताकि आपके फ्रेंड्स भी इसे देख सकें। Thank you.